Hello, whoa! Here's two transformers. They're not very large. And they have given up the ghost. Now usually when the transformers fail, they'll fail on the primary winding side. That's where the line from the power plant comes into the transformer. Sometimes they give up the ghost from lightning strikes, surges in line voltage, or they just die from old age. These things work hard day in and day out, sometimes 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days out of the year for decades before they die of old age. They get stressed out pretty hard sometimes. So, how do you know that your transformer's gone bad? Sometimes, like in these two cases, when we unsolder them off the board, we can visually see damage. Let me lift this one up so you can take a peek at the bottom side of it. Now, you wouldn't see this until you take it off the board. So sometimes you've got to unsolder these things, but take a look at the bottom side of this one. Look at there, it's cracked open and smoked. There's no doubt that that one's gone bad. Now, the second one here, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's bubbled up right here. Let me see if I can get it turned sideways and you can see where it's bowed up. You see that bubble? That thing got so hot that it bowed out right there on the top side of the transformer. Let me flip it over here on the bottom and you can see the smoke pins right there. Get it turned a little bit so you can see that. This over here is the primary side. And you can see that these pins right here are darkened from giving up the ghost. Now, it's not so obvious on the bottom, although you can see where the pins have been charred. It's the top side that gave me indication that this one was bad, where it was bowed up right there. When you try to power up your device and it don't come up, and you've looked at everything else and everything else seems to look good, take a look at these transformers. Now I'm going to move the camera out of the way and get my meter involved here, and we'll see if those windings have opened up with our own meter. Give me a little bit to move the camera. Put my meter in ohm mode. Let me turn the light on here so y'all can see it. We're going to look at this one right here. Now it says that pins 1 and 4 are your 220 volt AC primary input. Pins 1 and 5 are your 240 volts AC primary input to this transformer. Pins 3 and 4 are for 110 volts AC in, and 3 and 5 are for 130 volts AC in. Right here's pin 1 and over here's pin 5. So let me flip it over here and we're going to check 1 and 4 first. Here's pin 1. Pin 2 doesn't have an actual pin, so there's 1, 3, and 4. Okay, 1 and 4 is opened up. Let's check 1 and 5. One and 5 is opened up. Let's check 3 and 4. That's our 110 volt AC input. It's opened up too. And what's the last one? 3 and 5. That's our 130 volt AC input. Here's pin 3 and here's pin 5. That's opened up. Oh, look at that. We can't use that transformer ever again. It's gone. Now, the secondary is on pins 8 and 9. Just to check it, we'll see if we have any ohm reading on pins 8 and 9. And here's 6, and there's pin 10. So let's flip this over to this side. There's pins 6, 7, here's 8 and 9. Okay, we have 154.6 ohms right there. So it looks like the secondary was not damaged, but we can't use this transformer. The primary is completely gone. Now, let's take a look at this one. There's actually no need because we can see that it's got some damage there. But let's take a look at this one here and see what it looks like. It says that we have one primary of 230 volts AC on pins 1 and 4, a secondary of 12 volts AC on pins 7 and 9. Over here is pin 1, and here's pin 5, there's pin 6, and this is pin 10 over here. So let's flip that over. We've only got 4 pins. Let's look at the primary. Here's 1 and 4, and it is completely opened up. Let's go check the secondary. The secondary survived. We have 27.9 ohms right there, but still, because the primary is gone, this transformer is no good anymore. There you go. That's how you check transformers. You can visually check them, and you can check them with your meter over there. Folks, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you next time.